The Intel Cryo Cooler. This thing is probably the biggest regret that I have for a purchase for the channel. Probably the biggest waste of money that you can ever purchase for your computer. It provides zero value over a regular delidded CPU. Now, my initial review said that this was okay if you didn't want to delid and wanted to keep your warranty intact. I still maintain that opinion, but it's just too much of a hassle to use for it to be any good. Now, for my initial review, I said this thing needed an extra 50 watts of cooling power, and it also needed to, well, I actually wanted it to turn on in the BIOS, but that doesn't seem possible. So Intel did the next best thing where it will auto turn on as Windows boots up. So that was a pretty good solution there. So most of the gripes that I had with this thing are now fixed. Circa EK has released a version 2.01. Once I found out that EK released a version 2.0, I sent them an email. Hey guys, I see you're coming out with a new tech cooler. Will you guys have any kind of trade-in program for the first version? Or can we buy the more powerful tech separately? I bought the first gen one, but ended up putting it aside and using direct dye instead, because the heat from playing Warzone would overwhelm the tech. So it's just sitting here not being used. It's a shame. The product had potential, but is there anything you guys can do for me? Hey Jufus, thanks for contacting us today. Unfortunately, we don't offer any kind of trade-in. We're pretty much just gonna bend you over and fuck you in the ass. Why, you say? Because we can. All you pretty much did was spend $400 to beta test the product for us. Now that we have the answers on how to make it better, we're just going to make it better and ask that you pay another $400. We don't care about anti-consumerism behavior because we're too big to have any fault. We appreciate you beta testing our product for us, and we appreciate you telling your viewers to spend another $400. If you have any other questions on how us, EK, can screw you over, please let us know. So yeah, not really surprising from EK. I honestly wasn't expecting much. They've become so anti-consumer now. They're just like every other large corporation. So what is golden rule number 2 around here? Always take care of yourself. I don't think I'll ever buy an EK product again, man. Not when they're so anti-consumer, and not when there's so many other companies out there that are cheaper and equivalent performance, right? So it's a shame. I like EK products, but customer service is king. And you know me, guys, I'm all about the consumer. When the consumer gets fucked over, I take that to heart. What did I end up doing? I bought my own tech cooler. Tech? Thermoelectric? I bought my own Peltier. And I figured if the cryo cooler is just gonna sit in the box anyway, I don't really care if I blow it up or screw it up, so this video was brought to you by all of these supporters in the Discord. I honestly could not make this channel happen without you guys. You guys all believe in the Frame Chasers vision, and there's no way I could have bought a $400 tech and risked blowing it up without you guys. All trying to make the Frame Chasers dream of unbiased reviews possible. Obviously, the first concern that comes up is like, how is the controller gonna manage the more powerful tech? I have no idea. I also don't care if it blows up, so whatever. So there's actually 2 parts to this video. We did most of the install on Twitch live. I'm gonna re-upload that here for the YouTubers so you guys can see it. Then we hit a snag maybe 3/4 of the way through, and I did the rest off camera. That'll be part 2 for you Twitch viewers that didn't get to see how I finished the product. So I'm gonna upload that as part 2, and then we'll do some benchmarks and see what the heck is happening for part 3 here. I guess there's 3 parts. All right, part 1, the tech install. I have to see my penis a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Tech cooler. So this thing was a dog shit product, obviously worse, but I bought this one. I've already lapped it on both sides, right? You can kind of see like the sanding marks and shit. I got this one. This is like a 400 watt one. Now, what I don't know What I don't know is if the power draw sensor in this thing is going to detect the power draw. I don't see how it would. I don't know, but we'll see. That's why I'm just gonna fucking YOLO that shit, right? And if it does detect the power draw and limit this thing to the exact same as this thing, then I'll have to go into the circuitry and fake the power draw somehow, because it should be able to just run off the dew sensor, this thing, right? You know what I'm talking about? Right? So this is the tech cooler here. Let me take this off. Yeah. Take the rubber thing off. So, for anyone that doesn't know, man, I gotta move my camera up. Hang on a second. There we go. That's much better. Okay. So, tech cooler's in the middle, right? Cold side goes over here, hot side over here, cools it down. So what I'm gonna try to do is put this in there instead. And this one's got like an extra 100 watts of cooling power, or fucking 150 watts of cooling power, right? So the goal is, do you guys remember when I used to play Warzone with this thing? My CPU temps would hover around like 70 Celsius while playing because Warzone is so CPU heavy, right? The goal is I want to be able to have it hover around like 50 or 40 while playing Warzone. Then I'd be able to use a much lower voltage too for 5.4 gigahertz. That's the plan anyway, right? Whether or not that's actually going to come to fruition, it might be like a multi-part video. In case the controller, the actual power draw controller fucks me over a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Ordered a 16 gigabyte kit of B-Die from New York. They're sending me 2. What the hell? Well, that's a win. What the hell? Cool, dude. How the hell does that happen? That's pretty sweet. I gotta make sure I keep track of all this shit. Are you adding more radiators? No, but I did order a dual D5 distro plate. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the CPU on a separate loop. So I'm gonna have the tech cooler on 2 360 millimeter radiators by itself. Then I'm gonna have the GPU and the RAM on a 360 and a 120. Because the GPU doesn't need too much radiator. So this thing is gonna have a fucking 2 by 360 just for itself. Right? I'm gonna do dual loop if it works. So I have to take it apart, test it. If it actually works, then I'm gonna do a dual loop with it. And hopefully it works, right? The cryonaut kind of dried up. Look at that. It's dry as hell. It's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping to reuse a little bit of this. Oh, it's completely dry. Look at that. What the fuck? Is it gonna fit? Oh no. Oh yeah, it'll fit. Ooh, okay. Let me get some paper towel here. See, I knew I forgot something. Give me a second here. What is that the best CPU cooler or something? No, it definitely isn't. Wait for the YouTube video. But in the YouTube video, I'm gonna show you guys the email that EK sent me. In a nutshell, it's like, yeah, we have a new version now. We're not gonna offer the people that bought this shittier version. Well, so essentially, if you bought this one, you were a fucking beta tester. You paid $400 to be a goddamn beta tester. That's what you were, man. So I'm trying to mod it myself to try and improve it. I always thought about doing this. I always thought about it, but I always figured the controller would stop me, but I guess we'll find. I can always mod the controller too, or do something with it, right? Oh, interesting. Look at this. This one has a metal hot side. That might be a problem. We'll see if the thermal transfer isn't as good, right? So, thank God. Okay, so the cables are color coded. We're good. We're good. Okay. I was afraid the cables were going to be black, and I'm like, well, hope I don't reverse the polarity on this thing. Yeah, so what happened with the first one was, you know what's interesting? After I reviewed this thing, everything that I said was wrong with the fucking product, they eventually ended up fixing it too. It's so frustrating, dude. I hate not getting credit for shit. They're just like, oh, this small guy knows what he's talking about. Let's just fucking fix all of his shit and then not offer to give him the new one. And so I emailed them, right? I'm like, hey, are you guys gonna offer a replacement of any kind for previous buyers? They're like, no. If you want the new one, you gotta buy the new one. I'm like, what do I do with the old one? Fucking paperweight. Like, oh, okay. So you want me to spend another $400 for beta test 2.0? Really? Nice, EK. EK has strayed so far. EK, man. EK has strayed so far from their customer service and shit. Should have asked them for a review sample. They won't talk to you unless you have at least 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. As in, they won't even give me a contact number of somebody that isn't regular customer service. And I know they watch my videos because the EK reps comment on my videos all the fucking time, dude. So they watch my videos. They get the answers on how to fix their fucking product. They don't even, dude. Oh man, it's like, I guess it's just growing pains, right? But when I do get big enough and they start offering me shit, I'll be like, no, definitely fucking not, dude. I'm gonna roast all your goddamn, treat everyone the same, man. I hate how you're only treated with respect if you're a large creator. Why is that? Why do small creators have no fucking respect? It's weird. It's super weird, dude. Okay, let's see. You're a small creator? We're not gonna fucking listen to you. Okay. Cool story, bro. Okay, this is the hot side. Like this. Dude, look at that. That's gonna work even better. Look at that. The cold side might be kind of fucked, though. That doesn't matter. The cold side will work better because it's gonna cool the entire thing. Look at that. Dude, I fucking nailed that. Look at the size difference of these coolers. Look at that. For comparison, I hope it works, man. You know what? Just the sheer size of this thing means it will work better anyway. Look at that. Look at that size difference comparison. That's fucking awesome, dude. Cool. I'm pretty stoked about this. Probably just gonna have to cut this off and solder it. Dude, this is pretty sweet. I'm pretty excited. I hope this works, man. I hope it works. I'm gonna have to alcohol swab this shit too. And then if it does work, I'm gonna make a video about how it works and how you can fuck EK over by just doing these mods. You know, it's like EK could have sent me one, but now I gotta figure it out on my own, and I'm gonna cost them some business. This thing was 40 bucks, right? I'll just cut it here. like some proprietary connector, so you gotta use their connector that they give you, right? Seriously, how many fucking people do you know that just read an article and they're like, oh, I'm an expert on the topic now because I read a fucking article, dude. Oh god, dude. If I could slap all those there's too many. There's fucking, what, 9 billion humans on the planet? 8,900,999 of them read articles and think they're experts on topics. That's so you can imagine how hard it is to find a partner that isn't a fucking idiot. Imagine it, dude. It's like the first girl you encounter that isn't a fucking retard, you're the one. Like, you're the one. That's it, dude. Simple as that. They're all, oh my god. Especially in this day and age. Especially in this day and age where they value likes, clicks, Instagram, showing their asses on fucking social media for attention and shit. Oh my god, dude. You find the first female that isn't a fucking retard and you're like, yep, that's it. I'm good. I'm good. This is the one. It's literally as simple as that, dude. You know, drama. No need for any of that nonsense. Hot side. Cold side. Okay, look at that. I think we can mount this bitch. I need to get some alcohol. Yeah, I know, because the one with the letters on it is the hot side. I know that. I know that fucking much. I used it all last time. All right. No, you know what? I'll just mix it with regular Cryonaut if I have to. I really don't care that much. I'll just make a few XOC guys cry. I don't really care. Yeah, gonna have to. Well, what do you get when you mix? Get ready, boys. The cringe is coming. I'm waiting for the comments. There it is. Lost Sanctuary. Of course, my friend. Of course. Oh, I should have done a happy face, dude. That'd have been funny. Hang on. I still can. Oh, kind of. Fuck. It kind of gooped over. Kind of a happy face. Only one comment about worst performance. I am sad that you guys did not XOC it up and tell me how wrong this is. I'm sad. I am upset. Damn, I need to add even more than this. Oh, I just thought of a problem. Oh. Fuck. Who can see what I can see? Fuck me. That's unfortunate. I literally just saw it and thought of it. Hang on, fuck. Because
check. Look, there's the groove.
This is the old one?
The old one fits. Oh, it actually doesn't. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Yeah, it does. The old one fits inside the groove. It's not that big of a groove, though. I can sand it. If I clamp it as is, it's not going to make flat contact with the entire inside of the fucking copper plate. Right? I guess we're busting out the sander. I might do it off screen, though. We're already an hour and 50 minutes in. Fuck, that sucks. Maybe we'll just do Idiot of the Week and call the stream. Fuck, man. I didn't expect that. I mean, when you mod shit like this, you always encounter things as you go. But if I'm gonna do this properly, I have to flatten this entire thing out so that when it sits on top of the whole thing, the entire thing makes contact, right? Let me catch up on the chat here. A copper space.
So yeah, as soon as I saw that as soon as I saw that that little part had a lip on the end of it, I knew that I was gonna have to sand the whole thing down. I didn't want to just put it together. I wanted it to have the best chance that it could, having a flat surface against the entire cold plate, right? So that's why I had to pause the stream and go over to sanding it. It wasn't a big deal. It took a couple of hours, right? All right, 2 hours later, my hand feels like it's gonna fall off, but we got it flat now. No more groove. Let's go throw it back on. All right, it fits perfectly. Literally dead on. Dead on.
Okay, so we're in Windows here, and everything seems to be looking okay. We're already in cryo mode here. The dew point looks like everything looks the same as it did before. We're already in cryo mode here. So first thing that we're going to test is to see if this thing can hold down the cooling power for a longer period of time than before. It used to be about 30 seconds. This thing would overwhelm the tech, right? So let's see how much power this thing will pull. It seems to be doing better. Right now we're pulling 220 watts on the CPU over here. 220. Oh. I already know what EK did. Yeah, I already know what EK did with the new version. You can see here 225 watts on the tech. That's 45 watts more than before. Right away, I can already tell. This used to only go to 180 on the old tech. So oh man, so it looks like all EK did for the new version is put a bigger tech on it. And then I guess the Intel controller limits it to 225 or 230. Yeah, we're a minute in here. That's not bad. That's holding down the temperature way better than before. Look at that. She's holding steady at 80 Celsius at 5.3 gigahertz. Yeah, this is way better than before. Let's go test Warzone to really check this thing out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. If you guys remember before, my tech or my CPU would hold at maybe about 70 Celsius. Oh my god. Dude, I don't even know what this game is. I'm an Apex player now. 57 we saw there for a second. 54. So it looks like we actually dropped 20 Celsius on the CPU. Look at that. 20 Celsius drop on the CPU. So this has interesting implications. This has very interesting implications. Oh, shit. Yeah, she's still holding at 50 Celsius, boys. Look at that. She's holding. Oh my god, I'm so used to Apex. No dip.
Yes, it worked. EK be like, hey, want to give us another $500? Jufus be like, maybe I'll order this $20 tech instead and see if it works. Speaking of which, for anyone that does have the version 1.0, I'm going to put the exact part number of the one that I used in the description. It's not like a commission link or anything. I got it off some random Russian website. But that's the exact one that I use. So if you want to do this mod yourself, yeah. So what are the implications of this? 5.5 gigahertz was not worth it. I had to actually go back after and shove 1.5 volts into it. And then the CPU temps were around 60 Celsius, steady in Warzone, which is great, but that's still too high of a voltage for 14 nanometer. So I'm not going to run that daily. Now, what about 5.4 gigahertz? Well, because the CPU is running so much cooler now, I might be able to drop the voltage in small increments. Okay, so now the problem with this is you can't really run any sustained stress tests, so there's no way for me to find out what the lowest minimum voltage is, like what the difference is, without just playing games for a long period of time, right? So right now, let's say I have 5.4 gigahertz at 1.36 volts. I'll have to play on that for a week or so. No crashes, great. Then the next week I would have to go 1.355, 1.35, etc. And then I'll have to just keep lowering it until it becomes unstable. And that might take me like a month to find out. So I'll keep you guys updated on what the voltage difference was. Maybe I'll just post it on Twitter or something. Just the fact that it dropped 20 Celsius off of my CPU temps is worth the $30 mod no matter what, regardless. The secondary benefit of it might be that I might be able to run less voltage now too. We'll find out. I don't know right now because that would take too long, but we'll find out in the future. Now, food for thought, this new tech that I put in increases the load on the controller by 50 watts, right? That's pretty much, I'm assuming that's what the version 2.0 is. They just put a better tech in it. The other thing that you might want to think about is, can we fake the controller into pulling more power to cool it down more? I checked the circuit board and I couldn't find any shunts, so they must have some other kind of current sensing circuitry. This is going to be where I kind of stop because I don't really care. 50 Celsius while I'm playing Warzone is more than enough for what I need, right? So I don't need it to be at like 10 Celsius while I'm playing. I don't give a shit about that, right? So I'm not going to actually go onto the circuit board and try and find out how to fake the power limit. You don't need to. You just grab this tech for 30 bucks. You have an extra 50 watts of cooling power. Done. Leave it alone. It's good. I'm not a man to, don't fix what ain't broken. Right, Monk? Inside joke. Anyway, guys, that's it. If you have the version 1.0, you can save it. You can save yourself. EK won't save you. Nobody will save you. Golden rule number 2, never rely on anybody to save you. Only rely on yourself. Take care of yourself. And I'm happy to announce and say that you can turn this into a good product with a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of sandpaper, and a $30 tech. Anyway, guys, if you like the content, hit that subscribe button, do all that YouTube SEO stuff, like, share, subscribe. We will be doing more mods in the future. I'm sure more companies will try and screw me over, and I will have to figure everything out by myself anyway. So subscribe for more of that. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later.